You know we don't do screens before school.
He took his diaper off!
Oh!
One at a time, dudes.
He took my sable because it's mine!
You get to sleep at your daddy's house tonight, and Mommy gets some alone time. I know this is kind of last minute. We like to do these fun mom dinners. Wow, yeah, that would be really nice. Hi, ladies. Be okay if I invited Kate? Kate doesn't usually do stuff with us other moms.
Seriously? I'm babysitting tonight, so you can go out and have fun.
It's not babysitting when they're your kids.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to come alone. My life revolves around kids. I just wanted a night needed.
Oh, man.
What should we talk about, Kate? What can I say? I'm mommed out. Melanie, I'm sorry. I know you don't like me.
My problem with you is that you walk around like you're too good.
You took my phone yesterday.
You were texting and driving.
I was buying milk. A mother can never run out of milk.
You know, order me a scotch. 3 fingers, 1 cube.
Moms, you're on.
Yeah.
Anything you want, we've got it. If we don't have it, we'll grow it.
We should set them up with our selection of stuff that's for mothers.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Be cool if you didn't say anything, just because it's, it's very illegal.
Sounds good. Guess I'll take a little puff.
Having fun tonight.
I gotta text my hubby.
Oh, good idea. I'll text Andrew and he can tell Tom.
Guys, we're locked out until Mom gets home. But the good news is, got candy. Lots of candy.
Where's Luke? He was here with my friend. Where'd they go?
Where does he live?
I can't.
Where does he live?
Can't say!
Dude, this is not good.
Never have I ever had real mom friends.
Hi, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Hi,
So
everybody.
excited. I'm such a fan.
What a young, beautiful crowd.
Is it intimidating? I find them intimidating.
Yeah, I'm totally intimidated right now. Look at you, how sweet you are. God. Y'all have your whole life ahead of you. You look so promising and shiny.
That's what's intimidating. They have their whole life ahead of them.
Yeah, it's over for me.
They don't get bitten by cynicism yet.
That's right.
Bridget, so this is, you've been in a couple things. I feel like you're starting to act a lot more. We're starting to see you in more movies. This is a big part for you in this film. What was it like getting it?
I mean, they were like, hey, would you be interested in doing a movie? I was like, well, I have nothing else to do, so I'm available. I mean, it was really cool. It's cool. It's really strange because I work right around the corner from here a lot at Joe's Pub at the Public Theater. Do you guys ever go to Joe's Pub, anybody? Yeah, it's because they saw me there that they put me in the movie.
Well, they actually have you doing a little singing in the film. But I was expecting you to get really deep into your act in that scene, but they kind of...
Yeah, well, it's a mom movie. The stuff I do on stage is not for everybody.
Can we talk about how you develop the stuff that you do on stage? I want to talk mostly about the film, but I love your stage act, and I'm curious, I know you're sort of a classically trained singer, right? And you thought that you were going to be initially just sort of like a regular singer. How did you get into cabaret performing and into somewhat blue cabaret performing?
Yeah, I studied opera, and because I wanted to go to college on a scholarship, and that's how I got one. I went to Arizona State, and then I eventually moved to New York City, and I saw these like downtown wild performers, some at Joe's Pub, and just around like the NYU area, oddly enough. And yeah, people were like, I hate to use this like silly metaphor or whatever, but they were like coloring outside the lines, like Murray Hill and Kiki and Herb and all these like crazy cabaret acts. A lot of drag queens were just blowing my mind. I was like, I don't want to sing opera. Like, I mean, it's beautiful if you're into it, but like, I wanted to do something crazy and wild. Cause like, for me, I'm at my happiest when I'm doing karaoke and drinking. So I just found a way to make a career doing that.
And now I feel like you've been doing it in the city now for a number of years, right? And I think in the past like 5 or so years, it's really you've gained even more notoriety and sort of more mainstream attention. Does it feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, definitely like more people seem to know who I am, and I get invited to more like comedy festivals, and I'm doing more TV and film work, and I got to finally quit my waiting tables job, which is really exciting.
Well, how long were you waiting tables?
I worked in restaurants for 25 years.
So what year were you able to quit?
About 2.5 years ago. I got a grant from the Public Theater to write a new show, and I was like, finally, I was like, okay, I hated it so much. I was so bitter, but it wasn't like that bad. But I just, and I had health insurance, like waiting tables, that's pretty cool. But I just decided to jump off a cliff and take a chance on myself. And that's when all this started happening.
So 2.5 years ago, you had been on Amy Schumer and you were still working in service?
Yeah, guest spots. I was doing like little spots. It wasn't like I was a season regular, whatever. I was just making enough money and like enough recognition to tour a little bit and like start doing some other small parts in TV shows. And yeah, it's been a very slow build on AOL build.
There it is. And we're good. Thank you so much. So talk to me about Fun Mom Dinner. Was it nerve-wracking having such a big part in a movie? Did you feel ready for it?
I absolutely did not feel ready for it. And the first day, one of my first scenes was with Toni Collette, and she's like a major movie star. And she walks over, and it's like, in Twilight when like Robert Pattinson like starts like sparkling and stuff, like she walked up to me and she was twinkling like just like a fistful of sparklers. I was like, oh my God, that's what a movie star looks like. And and in the movie, we start off when we don't get along, and like I was like, oh my God, Toni Collette's yelling at me. They're gonna fire me. And then I started working with Molly and Katie and everybody, but they knew that I was like I was a rookie, and they really helped me, calm down and have a good time.
I mean, for a rookie, you do not even for a rookie, you do a wonderful job in the film. And as a fan, it's like wonderful when you show up in the movie. You're a crossing guard basically, right? And you kind of show up and you're very demonstrative crossing guard.
Yeah, not only am I not like a mother in real life, I mean, I could have been, I just chose not to be. I have a dog, and that's a big responsibility. But anyway, it's a life. You can't leave. But anyway, like I was like, what? I'm playing a mother. I'm playing like a crossing guard, like some uptight woman. I'm like totally lax, lawless. Sitting on the couch drinking wine with my dog. That's my life. But it was fun to play something a little different.
Did you do any research? Talk to your other mom friends that you have?
I just try not to talk to other people about their kids. It's so boring. No, I'm kidding. No, of course I did. I was like, what's it like? And they're like, just pretend like you're talking to Poppy. And Poppy's my dog. She's a Pomeranian. She's so cute.
Oh, yeah. How long have you had Poppy?
I've had Poppy for about 2 years. I got her off of petfinder.com. I used to spend a lot of lonely nights on that couch with a bottle of wine looking for a life partner.
Even if you're not looking for a life partner, petfinder.com is a lot of lonely nights. I spent time on petfinder.com, and I'm not even looking for an animal. It's just a great fantasy. It's like, I'd take that one.
I know.
I'd take that one. What do you think about that one? I'd take that one.
I know, and that's what happened. I started out looking for a cat, and I was like, but I travel too much. Nobody's going to come and like clean a litter box, but somebody will like babysit my dog if she's like model perfect, and that's kind of what's happened.
So Pomeranian you can take with you traveling. Do you take Poppy with you?
Yeah, I take her with me a lot. We like wake up in the morning. It's like nice. I don't know. You guys probably all have life partners because you're glowing from the inside. But like for me, I wake up and I see Poppy, and that's my life partner, and we do little scritchy scratches, and then we do intimacy gazes, and then we start our day. And we both go poop, and we eat breakfast, and it's like happily ever after.
What are intimacy gazes?
It's kind of like what we're doing right now, just like. When you look beyond and through and down and into somebody.
Why is he getting that? I'm the one doing the interview.
Well, because I thought I'd start with how old are you? There you go.
I get it. I'm too old for you. I got it.
No, I love you. You got a little salt and pepper. You're like my dream type. That's why I have to like push you away, so maybe you'll want me more.
Exactly. That's what's happening right now.
All right. Let's see. Another life lesson you're learning from old lady Everett.
Have you ever, in your stage act, it can be hilariously confrontational. Have you ever had audience members who don't get it or don't understand what's funny about it being confrontational?
For sure. I mean, I've definitely had people walk out. People, like one in Chicago, some woman got up and yelled at me. She's like, "You're disgusting." And I was like, "Thank you." Because I feel like, if you're not really making an impact. You know, like there are going to be people that get up and leave, and that's fine for me, because I want people to either love it or hate it, but have a reaction. And ultimately, I think if people stay, they realize it's not just like boobs and sex and stuff. There's a lot more in it. So.
It's wonderful, your performance.
Thank you.
Have you been, so you're in this movie, you have an Amazon show coming as well, you said, right?
Yeah, I have an Amazon pilot that I wrote with Michael Patrick King, who did Sex and the City and The Comeback and Two Broke Girls and stuff, and Bobcat Goldthwait, who is a filmmaker and a stand-up comic.
That is a dream team right
It's
there.
a dream team, and then we're doing it for Amazon, and I get to sing in it, and I get to be like the funny parts of me and the sad parts of me and the sensual side.
What's it about?
It's about a character named Karen, Karen Best, and she's like this sort of a big girl with a big heart, and she's trying to find a way to feel like she's worthy of love, and so it's comedy and drama, and
Is the pilot up now for people to see?
it starts on September 1st on Amazon.
Okay, cool. Is it part of one of those processes where they put the pilots up and
they
people
put
get to
like
decide?
4 up, and then you got to vote, and so hopefully you guys will vote for
I
us.
haven't seen it, but I will vote. I'm
Okay,
excited to
good.
see it.
Thank
That's
you.
so cool.
Thanks.
Bobcat and Michael Patrick King. And so
Yeah.
you and Michael Patrick King wrote it together and
The
created
three of us wrote it together, and
Three of you.
Bobcat directed it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that whole process start? Was this an idea that you initially had, or did?
No, it was my friend. So Michael had this idea with Carolyn Strauss, who's one of the executive producers of Game of Thrones. So it's like Sex and the City and Game of Thrones, and then Shaky meets the Bobcat. Sorry, I'm like I can't even talk right now. It's
Two
just
and a
like,
half years ago, you were waiting tables.
I
That's
know,
amazing.
I know, it's cool.
Michael Patrick King and one of the executives of Game of Thrones trying to craft a project around.
I
you.
know, and then I don't know if you guys are familiar with the young LL Cool J, but do you know LL Cool J? Of course you guys do. You know, don't call it comeback. Anyway, he has this thing. His mantra is DDHD. Dreams don't have deadlines. It sounds so corny, but I'm gonna get that tattooed across my face because it's really true.
Wow. Are you gonna get DDHD or dreams don't have deadlines?
Oh, you know, I think that's right. Maybe just do like a whole like oval here.
And you have another film that's coming out in a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
Patty Cakes.
Patty Cakes,
Which has
yeah.
gotten, I think it won awards at Sundance. It's gotten
It was super
massive
popular.
acclaim.
Yeah, it's gotten great reviews. It was at Sundance, and we went to Cannes, and it stars Danielle MacDonald, who's a young Australian actress. And
I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it tomorrow morning, actually.
in the morning, oh my God, you really get your day going, don't you, honey? Yeah.
She's apparently incredible.
She's Australian. She learned to rap for the movie, and she learned a Jersey accent, and she's a dreamer, and I love movies about dreamers. And I play her sort of boozy, bitter mother, which whose dreams don't really happen, which wasn't that hard for me because up until about 2.5 years ago, they really weren't. So it was close to the bone, but felt good.
You still got that somewhere in your mind. You're not that far away from it.
It doesn't ever go that far away.
So are you auditioning for parts, or is it like people sort of know who you are and are going after you because they know what you can bring?
It's more like they've seen my show and I get involved in a project that way. Because when it comes to auditioning, I get flop sweats. I get just like totally nothing in here is rock solid. You know what I mean? Like everything is. I'm in danger. Every side of me is in trouble. So I try not to audition. And people like the casting director that helped us cast our pilot, Bernie Telsey. Like I was like, I'm not very good at auditioning. He's like, oh, I know. It's like okay. So sometimes you gotta build your dream. Oh. You gotta build it yourself.
Again, we did it again. Nice. Thank you. So we're done here. We got it. So with all these other projects like Fun Mom Dinner and your show for Amazon as well as Patty Cakes, how do you have time to sort of work on your shows at the public?
Well, luckily there's a lot going on in the news and a lot that's like really reawakening my creativity because I was like in a real rut. So,
what kind of rut? Like, what do you think spawned it?
I think like it's easy to write when you're sort of when there's not a lot of eyes on you, but the more people that are looking at you, you're just like, oh, I only want to do my greatest hits, and I don't want to keep challenging myself. But now I'm bored with the old stuff, so I'm trying to write more new stuff. And when you're performing in New York, anywhere really, but people get so fired up to see something new, it gives you a little boost.
You said that there's a lot of stuff happening in the news that's inspiring you. Is your show becoming a bit more political? I mean, I think there's always been something kind of political about your show, just in terms of the act and the confrontation of it. But is it becoming more sort of directly political, calling attention to certain things?
Well, I'm never gonna get up and be talking about policy or whatever.
Show us your Trump impersonation.
My fingers are too long and slender. I can't do it. No, it's. But I did write a song in response to some of the things that he said about women that I found really upsetting, because I'm a feminist first. I believe in women and the power of women, and when some of the stuff he said just is vulgar, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's scum.
Thank you so much.
I don't mind saying it. He's complete and total scum.
Yeah. So
an absolute embarrassment at the very least.
Yeah, that's totally right. I just didn't know how PG we were going to be about this.
No, we can do what we want here.
Yeah.
Was it difficult for you to make the decision to sort of dive into those waters? Because I know for artists sometimes it's kind of...
It felt essential. There was a song, I don't know what words you can say on it. We'll build.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, so we wrote a song called "Pussy Grabs Back," and and it was inspired by Amanda Duarte, who coined that phrase. And I was so angry when he said that, and that people were looking the other way. I was like, I want to say something about it. So I started writing this song, and it was the first thing that had come back. the first song I'd written in a really long time. And I think it's a great song. It's available on my website, bridgeteverett.net, and all the proceeds go to Planned Parenthood. And because Planned Parenthood has saved my life. So, when you come for women and you come for Planned Parenthood, you better watch your back, motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. Give her a round of applause, please. You're taking me back now to the days when that Access Hollywood tape was released, and it was It's great that you made art about it, because it was such a dark period when that tape was released. And I'm not a woman. I consider myself a feminist as much as I can be. I think it's weird to consider yourself that. It's like other people's job.
Not at all. Some of my best friends are male feminists.
But I just remember weeks after that tape, before the election, of just it feeling so dark that this could be out there, and we were just moving forward and plotting ahead like it didn't happen.
I mean, it feels like that alone would sink any candidacy, and the fact that was just that there were women and men, but women especially, on television being
Kellyanne.
That they're that's just locker room talk. I'm no, it's not. It's more than that. If you don't see that, then we don't see life the same way. But it felt important to me to write the song. My band and I wrote it, and we wrote it in time for the Women's March. We sent it to all our friends. We're it's not a funny song. It's more just a rock anthem, uplifting and stuff. Because it's important to make each other laugh right now, but it's also important to lift each other up.
Yeah, absolutely. After it happened, I remember just feeling when I was walking down the street, I just wanted to turn to every woman that I walked by and be, I'm really sorry about him and the world and the way that you are treated right now. I'm very, very sorry. But I left them alone.
Well, luckily, it's not just women. It's trans people, people of color, poor people, especially poor people. So we're all taking it on the chin.
That's why I apologize as much as I can, because it's everybody but me.
Yeah, we do have sharp-dressed men. You got nice sneakers, great socks, tight little jeans. I'm giving you too much. I'm giving you too much shine.
Let's get some questions here from our audience. Right here.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi.
I love your musical comedies on Amy Schumer, and
Thanks.
I always was wondering, are you ever going to release an album with all the songs that you write?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I have an album on iTunes. It's called Pound It. And we have Pussy Grabs Back that's also available. And I'm I have a whole another set of songs ready to go once I can just get that money together to record it, because it ain't cheap.
Bridget, what is the filthiest lyric you've ever written?
Well, it's also my mom's favorite song, but it's it's called What I Gotta Do to Get That Dick in My Mouth. What I gotta do to get that dick in my mouth. Yeah, what I gotta do. Woo! What I gotta do to get that dick in my mouth. Everybody, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I mean, there's a lot. We have another song. It's from my show Rock Bottom. It's called "Does This Dick Make My Ass Look Big?" and all kinds of stuff. Just the tip. I don't know. You're just trying to get out there and meet people.
Was Pussy Grabs Back the first song you wrote about pussies and not dicks?
Oh no, I got Pussy Power. I've got a bunch of songs about it. Right now, I'm working on. I was working on a song with Amy called "Rims on My Pussy." I tabled that, but I'm coming back to that. And then and I was working on one with Danielle from Patty Cakes. Goes, I'm gonna wrap that pussy around every dick I can. Every dick I can. Every dick I can. I was like, how many songs can I write about pussy before people start calling me a hack?
Never.
Thank you. All right, I'm taking that with me. And
next question. I think we have time for a couple more.
Hi.
You come here. Come here.
So
Get up here.
Come here.
Get up here.
Sit right here. Sit here.
Sit down.
Sit right here. Sit right here. Now, what's your question?
So
wait, can you smell so nice?
Thank you.
Is that your heart? I thought it was because we're on the top of the subway.
Oh, no,
it's like we're vibrating. It's your heart is just beating like it's just pitter pattering right out of your chest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I was gonna say that you have a really funny role on one of my favorite shows, Lady Dynamite.
You like that show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's another female-centered show. So I was gonna say, and then this is too, like, how important is it to work with other women and empower women? Because you're just talking about feminism as well.
Okay, go sit down. You're too smart. No, you're so sweet. I feel like I mostly work with women because, like, it's mostly women. They're gonna think that working with me is okay. Men are scared of me. I don't know why. But Maria is crazy and not crazy. I didn't mean that. No, Maria is crazy, funny, crazy smart. And she saw me performing a live show, and she's like, "I want you to be in my show." And I didn't have to audition for it. And it's her and Pam Brady runs it with her, who's from South Park, and I love working with women. I work with Amy Schumer, and then this movie, and Patty Cakes is female-driven, and my pilot obviously is female-driven. I think it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be a woman.
Why do you think men are intimidated by you? Or
I
maybe
don't
we
know.
should just, why were you intimidated by her when she sat you on her lap?
I don't know. It's like, I'm single and I can't figure it out. I don't know.
I think I have time for one more question right here.
All right, I want to say, first of all, thank you for supporting women and
Thank you.
caring about their rights, because without you, women, we would not be here. Funny thing about your song, Grab the Pussy, Grab Back, I was at Platinum Sound recording when I heard that actual track being sent out around to people. And I thought that was hilarious. It's a shot right back to Trump. But when you were shooting and filming this, and you're an amateur or a rookie, however they call it, compared to the stars, how did you handle the script when it came to certain things, like when the window was rolling up, you're like, really? Seriously? Like, were you able to improv at all?
Totally, and some of this, like the script was really funny and great, but they like gave me a lot of freedom, like that, like seriously, like that was like, improv, but they let me be me within the confines of the
character,
the script, and and they were it was just a really supportive, cool environment. Female director, female writer, female producers, and female leads. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited for your Amazon pilot as well. It sounds amazing. Yeah.
And you guys are probably too young to know her, but Lonnie Anderson plays my roommate, and she's from one of my very favorite shows growing up called WKRP in Cincinnati. And she used to be married to Burt Reynolds, and they were like the Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt of the day, And like she would tell me all these stories.
Tell you Burt stories?
Yes, she did.
Because Burt tells great stories too.
Oh, they're legends, and like to me, she's Hollywood royalty, but she couldn't be nicer, and she is just divine in this pilot.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Also, before I let you go, I noticed that you have a poppy necklace.
Oh, I do. It's custom made. I took all my best cabaret money and I got it gold plated so it wouldn't rust. And I sleep on it and I swim with it, and that way she's always with me.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing in the world. When can people see Fun Mom Dinner?
This comes out August 4th in select cities and on video on demand. Patty Cakes, August 18th, select cities, and then it goes wider, and then the pilot, September 1st on Amazon.
Amazing. Congratulations on all your
Thank you.
success. Bridget Everett, everybody. Thank you.
Guys, thank you.